feel like I should give it the hey everybody because Russ isn't here. So for Russ, we should give it that. But it's Bob. It's just you and me right now. It's the Wednesday.
I mean, did Russ tell anyone he wasn't coming?
He should have. It would have been nice not to be blindsided, but
we're just sitting here waiting for the show to get going, and and then we're like, wait, where's Russ?
It's the penalty kill unit tonight. We're shorthanded. We're just there's no icing. We can send the puck down into the other end and go. But it's good. It's hopping already. Wednesday night, the chat is hopping. People are saying hi. And
good. We need all the help that we can get, I think, right?
Draft day eve. Scott, that's probably what happened. Scott is probably right now just about to like halfway through draft day. That's really what he's doing is watching Costner.
I mean, that checks out.
But I'm excited. This is I'm going to have been on live on Fantasy Cares 4 out of 5 nights this week, and I was supposed to go live last night, not on Fantasy Cares, but on another show that ended up the host got sick, so I didn't do a 5-night. But if I hit 5 shows in a week, then I get overtime on the 6th show, so that's nice. That's part of the contract. But
there you go. That's a bonus. Yeah, we do have a lot going this week. We got the bingo with the draft night.
Yep. Day 1, day 2. I am tomorrow night. We'll be interested to see where the quarterbacks land, where Genty finally gets a home. I wish the Patriots would work on trading up with the Giants right now. Just that one spot, just from 4 to 3. Because
it's going to cost a lot.
You think so? Just that one spot? I mean, like if you look at the chart, like the Jimmy Johnson, I'm not sure it's that much of a jump to get from 4 to 3. But to me, the difference between, and not that I don't want to get an offensive lineman, but the difference between Hunter, or getting that edge rusher is like, I really would prefer either Hunter or Abdul Carter than getting the lineman. But the Patriots need basically everything.
Except for quarterback? Is that?
I mean, they're fine. I mean, like they're not going to take a quarterback in this class because I think that May is better than anything in this class, at least by my untrained eye. But
I mean, it's fairly trained.
Jason says the Giants will only move off 3 with a nice hauler if the owner forces the GM to take. Like, I'm not convinced that the Giants GM has any idea what's going on, and I know ownership doesn't. You would have been able to convince me of this, Jason, last year before I saw the Hard Knocks preseason with the offseason where the Giants pulled back the curtain for their draft. They have no idea what's going on. Like, you always hear fantasy football GMs say, oh, I do this and I do that. And you get the pushback. Well, you think you're smarter than the NFL GMs. They know a lot more than we do. Like, watching the Giants, they absolutely do not know more than we do. Like, and I'm not sure that goes across the board. I think there are some awfully smart people in places. New York is not one of those places. But
yeah,
a lot of Pats fans in the chat.
I mean, it's our generation. I mean, there was just too. You had to root for the Patriots. You either liked them or you didn't. So
yeah, I mean, like, and so And you're up in New England too, where like I grew up, and it was you were either watching the Patriots, who were awful, or you were watching the Giants, because those are the two teams that were on TV. So like most of New England is either Pats fans or Giants fans. I happen to my grandfather was a Patriots fan, and he had the TV with the cable, and so we would go on weekends to his house and ended up watching the like I'm a product of the Rod Rust era Patriots, where they were 1-15. So like
Right.
I lived through that. So enjoying the spoils of Brady and Belichick was welcome. But
Exactly. I mean, we went through years and years and years of suffering. We couldn't even watch them on TV because they couldn't sell out.
no.
I mean, the blacked out games there.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That was just brutal. We
Yep.
were watching
At the old Foxborough with the the bleacher, the actual metal bleachers.
yeah.
Steve F asks Bob, do you have an eliminator, a Fantasy Cares eliminator?
I do not. I've never.
Bob doesn't have. We should get Bob a fantasy. You would be a draw. I do have one, Steve. I say I do. J Mike and I have one with Dynasty Dummies. So Fantasy Cares eliminators are up and live to sign up. Hep is doing great work with that. You're going to have to muddle through the fact that it's on MFL. I say that a little tongue in cheek because I love playing on MFL, but the customizability of that platform is just unmatched. But yes, Steve, Fantasy Cares eliminators, the Dynasty Dummies. I think we need maybe 6 more to fill ours, and if we fill one, and it will have filled pretty quick. They've only been live for a day. So if we fill a first Dynasty Dummies, and it seems like there is enough interest, we'll run it back. I do a second one. I'll talk to J Mike and see if he would do a second one, or if maybe I'll just take on all comers. That's fine too. But we definitely have the Fantasy Cares eliminators, and there are a ton. And I'm sure if you're in the chat or watching this, you probably have an inkling about the eliminators, but there are a ton of great analysts, some celebrities with quotation marks. There are some celebrities in all caps, underlined and bold. So it's a really fun opportunity to play an interesting Bosch devised scoring setting. Don't
Hep did the scoring.
Not even Bosch, and Alan Hepworth devised scoring setting, which I'm sure is going to be diabolical. And for that donation, it's make sure you don't finish last every week. So as long as you don't finish last, you still have life, and it's a great way to get involved in Fantasy Cares, the Scott Fish Bowl. Get that draft fix early, get donations in, and just have a great time. And I know that this year we're over on Discord with that, and that should be a lot of fun. I know that those the chats for the eliminators are always awesome because you're in there with 17 other people. And so like I like to always play in JJ Zacharison's and Liz Loza's, and then I'll go find last year I played in Cooter Doodles, but I'll go find 2 or 3 more people that I want to engage with, because it's a really great way to have a smaller audience with some of these people that I think are fantastic. So it's a lot of fun fantasy football, but it's also a lot of fun as a fan of some of these people who do some great work.
Yep. I usually I'll hang around to the end and then just grab a few towards the end. Last year I did one with I did one towards the end that was a no quarterback league.
Ha!
So scoring was heavily on the running backs and wide receivers.
A few years ago,
we included kickers and the coaches though. So.
Nice. A few years ago, I did one that was Sal Stefanelli that you had to start 3 quarterbacks, and so it got ugly. It was like super duper flex, and it got ugly because obviously the quarterbacks went really fast. But those are so much fun, and you never know quite what the scoring is going to be, but you know it's going to be something different, some twist, and to me, half of the fun of leagues is kind of figuring out how to unlock the scoring, and there's never a skeleton key. It's always something you've never seen before, so a lot of fun. But
I enjoy them. I enjoy them a lot. I mean that's how a lot of us met, was through the eliminators. A lot of friends who, and then we got to meet him at Canton.
Yep. Oh yeah, that is absolutely beautiful. Reebok Joe says the Patriots need a new Brady Belichick combo. They're pretty much there, except for having the Brady or the Belichick. So almost there, just 2 pieces away from that. But Greg says your idea about the draft bingo cards is brilliant, and I agree. When you sent me that, I was like, Bob, that is genius.
What? Why is this guy just sitting backstage?
He finished draft day. He could join now.
Finished draft day.
Costner get the girl?
I don't know. I fast forward through those parts.
Oh.
One could guess.
I would assume that Costner was the hero.
Oh, 500 people in here. Wow.
500 people, and we didn't. I mean, nobody said anything that Russ wasn't coming, and so like we were just sitting there and backstage and like, wait, the show didn't start. Where's Russ?
Bob's been holding court. He's been talking up a storm. I'm almost to the point where I'm going to ask him about his side gig as a plumber. He's not making enough with Fantasy Care, so he's side gigging as a plumber.
There's quite a backstory to it as well. I mean, my wife called the plumber, and this was probably last year sometime. It cost me $300 to change the filter. So this time I said no. I'll do it. But it was a little more than that. It was changing a valve out. Well, I changed the valve out, and now I'm redoing the entire bathroom.
And will that be more or less than the $300 you were going to pay the plumber?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah, the vanity was.
But Bob, once you redo
as much as the plumber.
Once you redo the bathroom, it's not going to match the hallway outside the bathroom, so you're going to have to redo that. Once you do that, it's all of the rooms up. You're going to have a new bedroom. You're going to have it spider webs out from there. I've seen it happen.
Oh, I'm at the bottleneck. Because there are only 2 rooms left that we haven't renovated, and that was one, and the kitchen.
Yeah, well, and then you run it back. You start all over again.
God, I hope not. We're the same. We do 1 or 2 projects every year. This year we so our guest room was a workout room, and we would put a full size bed. We had a full size bed in there that we would pull up have my wife would use it as a workout room, and then we'd put it down. And we finally had one wall is custom made cabinets and pull down Murphy bed now. So it just looks absolutely gorgeous. I could probably take you in there and show you. I bet I could.
Get the tour of Casa de Fish.
Well, you could see that wall anyway.
That's great.
Everyone's going on the Scott Fish tour right now.
I like that. Aram said that he had Bledsoe on his wall. I'm old enough that I had
how it
Grogan.
is.
Oh, nice.
Custom wood, and it's
Nice.
cabinets.
That is nice.
This is now a pull. Oops. This is a pull down Murphy bed now.
Nice.
So, yep, that whole wall is nice woodwork now.
So now we got a place to crash when we do the Scott's basement draft.
Yeah, Scott's basement draft / wiffle ball tournament.
Yes.
I gotta get my knee back better before we have wiffle ball tournaments though. That I did a bad thing. So last Friday, I left work early, had physical therapy, but then my oldest son had a science fair. And they invited parents to come in to look at the science. So I was, I did my physical therapy workout, and then I went and was up, and I had my brace unlocked to like 60 degrees. So I was kind of walking on, probably shouldn't have been walking as much as I was. And so Saturday and Sunday, my knee swelled up, and I had to ice it, elevate it, ice it. And so I lost about 15 degrees of flexion over those 2 days. And I went back into PT, on Tuesday, and they were like, "What happened?" I was like, "Science fair." I don't know. Like, so one of those bizarre science fair injuries,
Yep, those super common ones actually.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
the
he absolutely crushed the science fair. So I'm glad I did it, even though it set me back a little. But
nice, very nice. I did something absolutely horrible. My wife disagrees, but I did something very horrible tonight, Zach. That you'll feel bad about me for. But hey, we're being real and honest here. I got some more ribeye caps because they're absolutely delicious.
Yep.
Completely mangled it tonight.
Oh no!
I made smash burgers for the family, and I did have an extra one, so I was able to eat that. But they put lots of stuff on theirs, and I just eat mine plain. And I'm like, I over-seasoned this smash burger. I over-seasoned this thing. But they thought it was great because they put they have their cheese and their onions and all their stuff on it, so they didn't even notice. But so the ribeye cap that I made tonight, I took it out of the freezer this morning, and I just don't think it thawed enough or something. So it was and it was way fattier than most ribeye caps I have. So like it just, I don't know, there was something just didn't work out. And I'm like, oh, that's a $20 cut of meat that but it was, there are parts of it that were fine, but overall I'm like, yeah, I just didn't do this one right. And that happens, that happens.
But it's worse because you have done it right before, and you're looking forward to it, and you're like, I've got this dialed in. This is what it's going to be, and then it's just not. It's like, oh,
no. Yep. It was a slight fail on my part that thing did not come out how I wanted it to. But it's that
fine. Just means next time is retribution. It's the climb back to the top.
Yep, absolutely. It's like the forgetting your burgers are on the grill or something type of situation. Just something you screwed up. You screwed up. It's okay.
Frustrating.
I'm excited for the travels for Vegas for SFB Live, and I just noticed Pittsburgh is on the 6th earlier today. Did you see that, Bob?
I did see that.
It's the one weekend I'm not currently traveling, so now I'm like, should I go to Pittsburgh on the 6th?
Are the Pirates playing home? That's the question for me. Like, if I could parlay a weekend of going to watch a ball game, going to the Scott Fishbowl Live, like that would be a weekend.
Yep, absolutely. I like that you're traveling for some. I'm traveling for very different reasons, but every once in a while, I like my eyes crunch up a little, like my eyebrows furl or whatever. Like I get it that in Europe, or especially like in the UK, if something's 2 hours away, they're like, that's forever. And in the US, we're like, what? That's nothing.
Yeah.
But it happens with SFB, and I don't get it. It's like Minnesota has people driving 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. And I saw someone in the Discord say they traveled like 6 hours to their SFB live last year. But then you'll get people. Someone else in the chat was like, I live in Portland and I hope they have an SFB live. I'm like, there's one 3 hours from you in Seattle.
Yeah.
And like, there are Baltimore people that are like, man, they haven't gone to the DC live 30 minutes, 45 minutes away.
That's
and I'm
so
like,
wild to me.
They're waiting for the Baltimore one. And I'm like, how is it like you have no idea how close these are to you.
Yeah.
Especially as I think we would prefer to do less lives and have them huge.
And do regional
gatherings of people.
That would make it so much nicer.
Yeah, that's what we would prefer. That's what we would prefer. But
we got to get people to be able to travel regionally.
Yeah, we need people to.
It's just.
This is not true. Every time I go to DC, I fly into Baltimore, and it is like 35, 45 minutes tops.
I mean, it probably can. It probably
maybe during
can,
traffic.
I would say it probably can be, but that's like rush hour, like work day rush hour.
Yeah.
You're traveling at the wrong times.
Yeah, I can see 3 hours rush hour or whatever, but I always fly in early morning. You know me, like I'm at 6 a.m.
So you mentioned Europe, though, and like when I lived in Germany. I went everywhere. I didn't realize I was just taking an hour flight to Paris, an hour flight to Spain, Barcelona, Madrid.
The train system there too is wild.
Oh, it's so amazing. I love the train system.
I was in Frankfurt, so the airport was very convenient to use there. Ireland was the furthest, that one took me an hour and a half to get there. But I thought it was awesome to be traveling around Europe.
Yeah. The one I am seeing a lot and is people who have done San Francisco the last 2-3 years. And now it's in Sacramento, which is like 90 minutes away, maybe 2 hours, depending on traffic. And so much complaining about that. And I'm like, that is so little.
We did not get much complaining in Boston when we took it from Boston to Gillette Stadium.
No, although I think a lot of the Boston conglomerate, like the people live south of Boston.
The brunch of degenerates.
Well, no, not necessarily the brunch of degenerates. Although Leo is south of Boston, so that'll be closer for him. He's coming from actually, probably it's pretty similar because he'll come across 90 and then have to go down as opposed to go up. But
my thing's working.
But yeah, I saw you give us the thumbs up. But I they're as big as Boston is. Like, I don't know that I knew a lot of people who lived in Boston. I know a lot of people who live in communities like surrounding Boston. And so moving it to Gillette's Gillette's off 495. It's just a skip off 95. It's not that far from 3 if you come, 3 to 95. And so it's not too bad in terms of getting there. And then 24 for the Cape. Like it's not too bad to get to Gillette from basically anywhere in the greater Boston metroplex. So
Charlene, I was definitely not talking about you. I was talking about there was a thread that I got tagged in about what do we have to. I'm not going up to Sacramento. What do we got to do to get San Francisco back? And there was like multiple people replying, and I'm like, 30% of the Minnesota people drive much further than that. I don't understand.
Zach drives much further than that.
It always and that's I think that's because like Minnesota and Maine and Wisconsin are very similar. Like they're big states, they're colder states, they're fairly spread out. There's there's a lot of space compared to the number of people, and so like when I talk about driving places, and I'm talking to somebody outside of Maine, people give me that look like, you did what? I'm like,
yeah. How many people in the chat are going? Like, Greg, you should go to Boston. Boston's a fun time. I can't go this year because timing doesn't work out. I don't think. I think you're same day as Philly, and I'm doing Philly this year. I suppose I could do Boston. I have a one-way ticket to New York on the 19th, and I don't have a way back yet. So I could just go to Boston instead of Philly.
Oh, is it the same? Is it the same as Philly?
They did. They moved it. There was. I mean, because of the amount of people that had already anticipated that Boston would be late July, because that's when it always is.
Yeah.
We had a lot of people that had already booked trips
That's what
for June.
Charlene just said about NorCal. Same deal. Like, it upset the balance, throwing them in a different time.
Yeah, I mean, when you go from the very end of every year to the very beginning, it does throw off people, because everyone else has got their trip set, and they're thinking, the 15th or the 20th, those weekends.
Well, so that probably means we're not doing Philly then, huh?
I don't know. I mean, I might go to Philly instead
of Boston. It's closer for me to go to Boston than it is to Philly.
I like it, Bob. The text you just sent me, I like it.
It's
I don't know
already loaded.
It's the campaigns.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's already loaded.
Yeah, I like it.
It's
don't
already
put it up.
Yeah.
I'll put it up if I want to, but don't put it up randomly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
that sounds awesome. You go, Greg.
I mean, the brunch is worth it, though. It's worth the whole time.
Yeah. If I go to the brunch, can I make it to Philly? But actually, I can't. Those are opposite directions.
You could.
You'd have to fly, but yeah.
I don't think
we get you there. All right, we could
get you to TF Green and then fly into Philly.
Actually, that's not a bad
idea.
Yeah,
Bob, I don't even know your updated schedule. I don't even know Zach's. I think he's doing Orlando.
I'm definitely doing Orlando. Now it sounds like I'm doing Boston. I had planned on doing Boston and Philly, but if they're in the same day, I have on the 19th of July, I have my Hall of Fame dinner.
Okay.
So like I have to be up in Lincoln, which is 2.5 hours north of where I am. My plan was going to be to leave, pick up Bob and drive to Philly from Lincoln. So leave Lincoln about 2 a.m, pick up Bob, end up in Philly. But now if it's the same day as Boston, I'll probably just drive to Boston instead of driving the other 6 hours to Philly.
Do you want me to attend your Hall of Fame dinner with you?
I mean, you can. That'd be.
You said it's on the 19th?
It's the 19th of July. Yeah, you come up.
Oh, that's perfect. So I'm in Scotland from the 11th to the 18th. Then I can go to your dinner on the 19th.
Yeah.
And then I'm in Vegas on the 20th.
I'll tell you what. I'll have you read my present my speech. Like that's a thing. Like they have somebody come in and present. So
perfect. Yep. I have 36 hours in between getting back from Scotland and flying to Vegas for Vegas Live.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Vegas Live first weekend, Chicago Live second weekend, third weekend I'm at home, fourth weekend Minnesota Live, fifth weekend New York and Philly. Or it sounds like maybe New York.
Or Lincoln and Boston. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a one-way because I didn't know what I was going to do on the I'll get a ride back.
Yep.
Yeah, you just come back with Zach and I. And
there are multiple people's houses I can stay at out there if I can't get a flight right away.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We have the entire Northeast. We got. Hey, you're not supposed to be here.
Hey, let's just quote Clerks every week. I'm not supposed to be here today. Do you want me to do this, Russ, to make you feel better?
Yeah, that makes me feel so much better. Thank you.
Get you up.
How you doing?
I'm a bottom corner guy. I'm a bottom corner guy.
So, my daughter's elementary school choir sang the national anthem at a minor league baseball game today.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Very awesome.
yeah, it was great. It was cool. It was cute and everything. We get home, and Trish was just like, I was gonna not do this. I was gonna go, and especially because we're doing the draft and everything. We're gonna be live, so I'll be down here. She's just like, I'm going to bed. Do whatever the hell you want. So she went to go to sleep. So I went and ate some banana pudding, and then I came down here because banana pudding is way more important.
That tracks.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh.
Yes, I am not supposed to be here today, but I'm here today because banana pudding didn't take me that long to eat.
Plus, you wanted to stay up for pre-orders.
That is literally, yes, actually. That is actually very true. One of the last things she told me before she fell asleep was pre-orders at midnight. And I'm like,
Yep.
All right, well, I'll do my best to stay awake. Oh,
Pre-orders at 11 for me. I mean, it's the same time,
Yeah.
but it's 2 hours from now. But and for the chat, if you don't know, we're talking about pre-orders for Nintendo Switch 2 are 12 p.m. Eastern tonight.
So I will be doing my best to stay awake to be able to pre-order one of those.
Yeah, I will probably. I don't know if they have a limit.
Yeah, that's what we're curious about.
Yeah, I've not seen anything about a limit. I'm sure certain stores have different limits, but I was gonna get one for myself, and I wanted to get one to give away in a contest potentially.
Yeah, I'll be joining that.
Hey, everyone, I'm gonna run this contest, and I'm not telling Russ or Bob or Zach. That's why I removed them so that they can't see this. But it's going to be this really super fun. Whoa, there's two of them. I don't even know what to do with this. This wonderful, excellent, great, superb, sensational, terrific, awesome, phenomenal, tremendous, outstanding, fabulous, super epic end of summer giveaway. I love the title, by the way. So I'm going to I want to do this show at the end of the summer where we just give stuff away for like 2 hours. And all you have to do is like donate all summer long. People who don't, I'll have it open all summer. People who donate, everybody will be thrown into randomizers or wheels or duck races or whatever it is. And we're just going to give away a ton of stuff on one single like 2 hour show. So yeah, there it is again. And there's one with that color. There's two colors to it. I don't know why. I like this one better because I like pink. But let's bring the guys back in. They remember, do not spoil it, chat. Do not let them know. Hey guys.
Again? It took Bob.
Oh no.
It took Bob.
The void has claimed a victim.
Oh man.
Hey, you know what I did earlier today, Russ? Because I never have these and you always have these, and I've always been jealous.
What's that? Oh, you printed it out. I said I was going to do it, and I did not print them out. You printed out a lot of them. You're making it rain, SFB15.
So many spots. So many spots here. I think it just gets to a point where if you're a supporter in the chat, you basically get it eventually. If you're not it already, it feels like.
I really thought that like the plumbing leaked because all my screens went blank. So I went up to go check the plumbing.
I think what happened, Charlene said that her phone cut out, and as soon as she got it working again, Rust magically appeared. That was iOS 18.4, and then the delete Bob was 18.5. We got 18.6. Bob is back. So you just have to update your operating system. You're good.
Oh,
I can do that.
I want to steal the show for just a second because and this is not it's my own kind of personal thing. Oh, Scott took it. But like I had never played Dungeons and Dragons before. Never
Okay.
you don't have to put me on like full like you can. Oh look, my hair's good. Caleb decided he is going to get into Dungeons and Dragons. He went over to a friend's house, had it, whatever. So created a character, came back, and I was like, all right, well, if you're going to get into this, we're going to figure this out. And so I had a friend who sent a whole bunch of stuff over. I figured out enough so I could dungeon master. And we had a 3.5 hour campaign on Sunday with my
Beautiful.
two boys. I played every now and then Britt would pop in and play a character, but and literally like we got done. It was 3.5 hours, and we got done, and they were like, "Oh, that was it."
That was it.
And I'm like, no, there's a lot more we can do with this, but like that's it for now. But it was tremendous. Like I had never there wasn't anything I ever did because I was always out playing sports and the group that I kind of was in the orbit of that was never a thing. I wish I had. It's amazing. It's incredible. Like especially for like as a writer, as a storyteller, as somebody who likes to talk and like that was it was incredible. And to watch them just light up and enjoy and like not miss screen time, not like be I'm bored, nothing like that. It was just 3.5 hours of full go, like, all right, roll your D20. It was awesome. So much fun.
Did Harrison play?
Harrison did. Yep. He was a wizard. I think he was a half elf wizard. And then Caleb is his character's name is Renan. And it was awesome. Like it was so much fun. He's a thief. So he's like which is so out of Caleb, which is kind of cool to watch him like do that. Yeah. But it was so much fun. That's
pretty awesome. It's really cool.
I
don't
have
know
never
if my kids
played
have
it.
the attention span for that.
But like I didn't either, Scott.
No,
my kids are like, well, I like Caleb will read, but like Harrison is just like sports kid. Like I got to be doing something all the time. When I read, like he's up like running or kicking a soccer ball. Like he's listening, but he's got that ADHD brain where he's got to be doing something to kind of keep him busy. And like and Caleb will stim, and so but like this literally was we sat down on the floor. I got the map out. We got the dice out. My friend Cody is actually going to paint them minifigures too of their characters. Yeah. So he does that. And so, but we sat down and I was worried because I wasn't sure how long it was going to hold attention. And it literally, like I said, 3.5 hours. And they were like, that was it.
Nice.
That was an appetizer. That was an amuse-bouche at best.
But I mean, like, there's so many other there's so many other quests as part of this campaign that like we'll go back and keep rerunning and but it's true.
It is
like fantasy football is D&D, although more like now I'm gonna date myself, but like Stratomatic, like that was closer to D&D. But yeah,
so Charch and I created what we called Adventure League, because I don't know if you've listened to the D&D Adventure podcast, whatever. Anyway, we created a fantasy league where we did it. I created a site for it, and it pulled the MFL scoring, and you would have it was 3 teams of 6. And they were able to choose their players for that week, and they would have special bonuses based on what they did last week. They would make choices, and they were going through a path. It was a combination of a D&D type game and fantasy, and the way you fought the monsters each week was based on your fantasy scoring.
That's awesome.
which was
That sounds
it was
cool,
pretty
yeah.
fun. Charge, I think Charge really, really wants to do something with it, and I don't know. We've just both been way too busy, and honestly, I'm not even. I think it's almost too niche It's too niche that, like guillotine leagues works, but I feel like that's like there might be a good cross section, but honestly, I think it's a little bit too niche to like really make something happen there. But it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed doing it.
Well, yeah, and I think you're right. Like that crossover, because like fantasy football is like the D&D for jocks, but like it's not quite. I guess it's nerds too now, but like it's like this weird. But at least for me, the D&D crowd I didn't ever cross paths with, and again, I wish I had, because it was so much fun. But oh, Joe says he plays Magic. I have a set of Magic cards that I need to sell.
Oh, are they different?
They are different. You sound like Bosch now. like
Sorry.
like Harry Potter.
I honestly,
Yeah,
I thought it was the same thing. I thought it was like,
no. So no,
like
Magic,
Uno Skippo. It's like the same thing.
Magic
Star
is
Trek
like
and
cards.
Star Trek and Star Wars, buddy. Star Trek and Star Wars.
Like I played Magic for a year when I was in like 5th grade, and so I have like the beta set or the beta, which are worth just stupid money now. But sorry, I didn't mean to derail us into. Like,
No, hey, that's what one is for. I learned something. Magic and
but no, D&D like it's
not the same.
It really like it was not on my list of things that I anticipated ever kind of experiencing, but like to be able to do that and also to be able to do that with the boys is so much fun. Like it was just. And I know there's going to come a point where like they go off and do their own, like they have their own game, and and I won't be part of it. But like for now, I get to be the storyteller. I get to be the dungeon master. Tell the story.
Pretty awesome.
And to prepare myself for that. I don't. Have you guys? Obviously, you guys have watched Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like Deborah Ann Wall is in Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
She is big into Dungeons and Dragons, and like I started YouTubing and I found a bunch of games that she was the dungeon master.
Mm-hmm.
She's amazing. It's incredible. Like I'll just sit there and watch those, like to figure out how to do it. And I'm finding myself just like they're incredible, and she's so good.
That one clip where she teaches John Barenthal is so good.
Oh, it's incredible. And she's like that. Like she's like that. And so they have like Hollywood games where she'll be the dungeon master, and they like pay her to DM the games. And then there was a company that did like a series on YouTube, and they like set her up with like 2 different rooms. And so like they come in and there's like artifacts that the players could pick from, and then they walk through this, like it's a bookshelf that opens up into the game room. And so it was awesome. So much fun. I just like nerded out all weekend. It was great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'll be right back. Got to refresh my drink.
I love that there's this stuff like this that we all now think that is so awesome that I've literally gotten beat up for doing when I was young.
Well,
Different time, Russ. It was a different time.
It was a different time. Like I'll never forget people slapping comic books out of my hands and saying Batman's for losers.
Oh no.
Literally those words came out of someone's mouth towards me. And that was like high school. Like it wasn't like young kids. Like, I mean, again, I went to high schools in the 90s, so all we had were Michael Keaton,
I love Michael
Well,
Keaton.
that's a lie. It was before Clooney. So we had Keaton and we had Kilmer, so we didn't have Clooney yet, which didn't help the conversation or anything. But yeah, like Star Wars and comic books, I used to get bullied for those so much. D&D, not so much because I wasn't that big into it. but like I love that geek culture is so prominent these days.
Well, I mean, it is at least here.
I mean, it is in general. Like there's, like you said, there's a huge Hollywood contingent of like D&D nerds. Like Big Bang Theory like made fun of it at one, well, not really made fun of it, like they went along with it because Joe Manganiello, who
he's in some of the
who is, I know we don't really curse that much, but like this dude's fucking gorgeous. And like he was in Magic Mike as one of the dancers. Like he's like ripped and gorgeous and all this stuff. And he's a huge D&D nerd. Vin Diesel, huge D&D nerd. Like
Manganiello has he's like a dragon folk. He's
No.
like a big fire, like a red dragon. Like again, like I watched a bunch of this.
When Russ, when you say they're huge D&D nerds, are you just talking about their size? That Joe Manganiello's and Vince Vaughn, they're very large people.
That's yes, literally and metaphorically.
They're large D&D fans, not small ones. I had something I was going to talk about when I came on here, but I don't remember what it was.
Did you talk about your plumbing issues, Bob?
He did.
I did. And I had to give a little bit of the backstory where it was the $300 toilet seat cover.
Yeah.
For why I decided I was going to take out I was going to change the valve. Well, the valve turned into the whole bathroom. Could have paid the $300 and gotten away with it.
Nice. Kevin Tompkins says the Packers offensive line is into Catan. That just brings me to Bosch and Matt Price
yeah.
Yeah.
And my Settlers of Canton shirt.
Yep.
It's gonna be a fun trip, Canton, this year. It's
Steve F is on cue. He's ready. He needs to know what you refreshed your drink with.
Oh, this is, I got a couple orange slices in there, but it's a Wolcott. It's just it's a very, very common whiskey. It's nothing special, but it's pretty decent. I'm sure he knows what Wolcott is. It's good.
Oh wait, hold on. There was Hep was asking, but Hep, Bob wants to know if there's going to be Eliminator shirts.
Yes, Bob wants to know that.
Bob wants to know?
Is there, Bob? Did you talk about it already and I missed it?
I haven't replied because but yeah, I'll work on that next. He asked me. I thought I said yeah. I'll make him. I just don't have them yet.
You should Terminator font them.
But I see you're wearing one of your recent works.
Ooh,
yes.
Oh, I did something, Russ. I'm very proud of myself. Stretching here for it. I did something I've never done in the history of our show and our giveaways.
Okay.
On Tuesday, we did our wrestling giveaway show, right?
Okay.
Our wrestling recap, and we had giveaways.
Yeah.
I got all of them taken care of within 24 hours. And
as you can see with the boxes still behind me for March Madness, that is
everything.
Insane.
Within 24 hours.
They signed up for SFB Prime.
How come there's no place to pull the shirt sizes on the back end?
There are tons of places. What shirt sizes do you want?
That's just what I was looking for last night when I was trying to send one.
Do you need me to show you? I have back end access now.
I couldn't find it. I mean, it was 3 a.m. So I figured I wouldn't text you.
I will make something that makes it super easy.
Because I was in the live area, couldn't find like a whole list of people.
Is it not on the donation panel?
I didn't see it
All right,
there either.
I'm gonna figure something out.
I need a quick.
You're
way to
right.
be able
It's
to
not.
pull-
I will put it in more places.
I need a quick way. I need a quick way to pull each live draft too.
Oh yeah. I can do that. that. We don't need to talk about this on
I was
air.
about to say this isn't a Fantasy Cares board meeting. Like this isn't
Hey,
like
hey, he hit one of my post-its. I just took advantage of it. Okay.
Well,
The-
now that Bob has hit his post-it, I got to make a post-it about doing what Bob's post-it.
Did you see my message to you earlier? Do you want that other post-it from me?
Yeah. Let's
Bob,
Took that one too.
Bob, did you see
That one's going to Scott.
Did you see Jerry's question? I'm late, but will we have to claim bingo with the cards, or does it get auto tracked?
I don't think it's auto-tracked. I think
it doesn't get auto-tracked.
You have to be watching with the show.
Yeah,
right?
they have to.
You have to be in the
say
chat.
bingo, and then we can verify.
We can verify your card. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll have to watch along with Fantasy
when
Cares
they
does the
stamp
draft.
So if they stamp the cards, I can see that they stamped their card.
Gotta love the behind the scenes stuff. I do sometimes when I'm downstairs, I do show my background where I have post-its like ASAP soon ideas. They're multicolored based on, the whatever, area it's in.
Vontae Mac, no matter what.
This one's half done. I'm gonna fold it.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, I don't do that.
Well,
I don't do that. I throw it away and then I write a new one for the half that I have to still remaining do. Because then I get to feel like I did something and throwing it away.
Soon, Scott and Bob are going to look like the Office Space poster, just that dude covered in Post-it notes.
Oh yes, I love it.
At least it's not like Memento,
Milton,
where they're tattooing.
Stephen Root. Yeah, I'm not
Stephen Root's
tattooing them. Yeah, no, it's good stuff. What we do need is a goat t-shirt.
why would you say that? I mean,
Goat
I can put it. I have it.
Honestly, we can't put it up because we would break our site. That's like Black Friday, Tickle Me Elmo or Furby year type stuff. Like we can't put that up and just break everything.
See if you can get a couple of deals on servers before we do that.
I mean, I might.
Honestly,
It might be ready. It might be ready soon.
I would buy one, and honestly, I wouldn't even. I can't remember. Someone mentioned like designing it, and I was like, no. The beauty is in what it looks like in that.
It's already designed.
Yeah.
I made it. I made a new one.
Well, that's not gonna work. Nobody will buy that.
I can send you the real one, Bob. I have a screenshot.
Maybe they will.
I
don't know.
Screenshot.
Yeah.
Print the screenshot on a shirt. That's gonna have enough DPI.
Someone in the chat asked where you are pre-ordering. If it's Nintendo or a retailer, if you go to the Nintendo site, they just direct you to retailers. Like they're like, find a retailer in your area you can pre-order from. So, yeah, I'm doing it at my local Best Buy that I always get my stuff at.
Are you going down there?
Am I going down there at midnight on the 5th to pick it up? Do you mean of June or whatever?
No, midnight tonight.
No, he wants you to go pre-order it.
No, you pre-order online. They're not open, but you can. They will. I think they are opening the store to sell them at midnight that night or whatever.
Oh yeah, they will.
So whatever.
I did register, and it told me, and it told me to buy through my local retailer. So maybe Nintendo just hates me. I
When
paid
did
a
you
lot of
check?
money.
Because they updated something on it.
Oh, they update. See, I did the very first day, so
Yeah, no,
Maybe they've
they said they finally had when they made the announcement that the price would stay the same. I think you are allowed to get it on Nintendo site now.
well, what are they going to mail it to me? I don't know. I will look it up then. I don't know. I have about an hour and a half.
You have an hour and a half because I got an hour and 32 minutes,
Yeah, I get
31 minutes.
I get 2 extra minutes.
That could make all the difference.
It really could.
Anyone have anything good for dinner tonight?
Oh,
I haven't had dinner yet.
This is a sore subject.
Did I miss
I-
that?
Yeah.
yeah, you can buy it on Nintendo now, but it doesn't show a pre-order. We'll see what it says at 11 o'clock my time. Yeah, sore subject. I had a ribeye cap, and I didn't do it very well.
Oh, I'm
So,
sorry. That's rough.
It
Big
happened.
Mexican food night tonight, though. Zach made tacos. His wife just made burritos. I had a soft pretzel for dinner
That sounds
at the
delicious.
game.
At the ball game. Yeah. My kids are staying at my in-laws tonight, and so my wife went to drop them off and discovered that Dairy Queen beside my in-laws house is open. And so I had chicken fingers in a blizzard.
Nice.
Yeah. But
It's not bad.
I felt bad for her. So she went, came back, had the bag with the chicken fingers. And she's like, here. And then she goes, oh no. She forgot the blizzards at the store. And so she was like, I'll be back again. And so she went all the way back to the store, got the ice creams. Yeah. So but I mean, like one was hers, so like she was definitely going back for it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, no,
if
it was just
if
that.
she had hers,
If it was
and you
just
didn't
mine,
have
I would have been
yours-
like, don't worry about it. But like it was, she ordered one. She was like,
What kind of blizzard? What'd you get? What kind of blizzard you get?
I got chocolate with Snickers. She got, I don't know, something like brownies and peanut butter cups and peanut butter and chocolate and I don't know, like all the things. She's like, just keep adding stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I got you.
That sounds good. That sounds good. That sounds good. That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I just want chocolate ice cream, and then I don't care what you put in it. Like,
I don't like chocolate ice cream.
I'm sorry, that's okay. You don't have to.
You could have it.
I don't really like ice cream or sweets or chocolate. I definitely don't like chocolate.
Yeah.
So I'm in a bad spot, man. I-
Hershey's makes cinnamon toast crunch Hershey Kisses.
Interesting.
They're fantastic. It's white chocolate with the cinnadust, but there's actually like little pieces of cinnamon toast crunch in the center. So when you get to the middle, there's crunchy.
Ha.
Really good.
Harrison got butterbeer kisses the other day.
So they're just like butterscotch.
Yeah, I mean they were a little bit different than butterscotch, but not
Okay.
far off. Yeah,
I tried.
yeah. No, I mean like that's it. They're not far off. It's like white chocolate butterscotch.
I'll try it. I would try it.
No,
I would
yeah.
definitely try it.
It's not bad, but not. I say I'm going to the Orlando Live Draft. Really, I'm going to Universal to get a hot butter beer. That's
Right,
really
yeah.
the you know.
I've never had hot butter beer.
That's for me.
I haven't either.
The best of the three.
Okay, I haven't either.
No.
Frank, I see your DM, and I 100% did this. I 100% did that. So interesting. I might be ordering multiple Switches tonight from multiple places.
Now, I know Zach is saying this because it's multiple things that Scott doesn't like, but please tell me chocolate covered pickles is not a thing.
I'm sure it's a thing.
That doesn't sound good at all. And
How much money do you think if people pooled together, how much money do you think it would take for me to eat, chew, and swallow, completely put down an entire like normal size whatever, like I don't know, what's a normal size pickle, like 4 inches? I don't know.
I
Like a
know
normal size whatever it is pickle.
I know that we haven't raised that much in the existence of Fantasy Cares.
I can tell you, I once worked in an office where together they got it to 5 figures, and I was like, no, I won't do it. Like, because I would gag and throw up. Like, I gag.
That's still worth it for that much money.
But I don't think I could keep it down.
Oh, if that's part of the
that's part of it.
A stipulation where you can't.
I have to chew and taste and eat it all and keep it down and not throw up.
So you know what the trick is? Just goose it. Just swallow it whole.
God. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's so terrible to me. But I mean, we all have our things. We all absolutely have our things.
Absolutely. But I really just hope chocolate covered pickles is not really a thing. Of course it's a thing. Oh.
Everything's a thing. Everything's a thing now.
They're Belgian chocolates though, so it's fancy.
Oh
yeah.
Alan, I'm gonna have to ask my dad if he's got stories like this. I'm sure he does from his smoke jumping days.
Oh, come. What?
Oh, that doesn't sound good either.
That sounds like a lot.
Like I'm not anti pickle. Like I like pickles on a sandwich. But man, when you start,
no thanks.
I mean, taste and smell are the most closely related. So
yeah.
I mean,
I think I don't like 60% of taste is smell. I think it is. I think I've heard /read somewhere. So yeah, like that's like why you see people hold their nose when they take, and also why a sandwich made by someone else is literally better than a sandwich you make by yourself, because you're desensitizing your smell to the ingredients.
Hard disagree. I make sandwiches so much better than other people. I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, all right.
Breakfast sandwiches, maybe. I don't know.
I'm going to hold you to that, Scott. I'll be the judge.
Okay, we will test that. Oh man.
We paid someone at work $5 to eat a lemon, like the rind and everything. Like I used to work with someone who would eat a lemon like an orange, but he wouldn't eat the peel.
Ugh. Hey Zach, should we open up a food truck?
Yes, I'm in.
Oh,
serve everything in a fishbowl.
Yeah.
My favorite Philly place here in Twin Cities is they've become really popular now, and the quality hasn't gone down yet, which is great. But they've become really popular, and to the point that they're gonna do get a food truck now. They got a food truck. They just are setting it up still. And I'm like, man, how much would it cost? My home league is already a little bit epic. How much would it cost to have the bar and have the food truck go?
It's epic.
See, I could see this though, Scott. It would be like on the league where Taco had the food truck and it was Taco's truck. It'd be like fish sandwiches, but they wouldn't be fish
fish sandwiches, but they're Phillies. There's no fish.
Yeah.
No fish.
No fish on board.
Oh my gosh. That'd be
all right. This just plain eating wasabi. I mean, I have done that on a really bad sinus day. I've done that.
Yeah.
Like I purposely go get sushi when I have really bad sinus problems because that clears out your face.
sushi is the like anytime that like I need something special for my wife, it's sushi. Like that's because that's her jam. So it's like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm going to Little Tokyo. I'm getting the yacht. I'm getting a couple of rolls that she likes, and here we go.
Do you know what kind of rolls she likes off the top of your head?
I do. She likes Philadelphia, and then like spicy tuna.
Yeah.
So, nothing too exotic, but that
To
was
me-
when she was pregnant. Like because there's the little thing like don't eat raw fish
Yeah.
because of the potential for food poisoning. Well, like that was like she craved Philadelphia rolls for like it was like months.
Well, she could eat that.
Well, she didn't realize it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because that's imitation crab meat, I think.
No, it's salmon. I think it's salmon. Philadelphia's like
right. I'm thinking of
smoked
the
salmon.
California roll.
Yeah, no, not California. But
Never mind.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, fatty tuna is good, Aram. There's a truck that comes to Brunswick sometimes that's called Mr. Tuna. They're not like the traditional what is it, maki rolls, but they're like a cone.
Yeah.
And every now and then you can get the like a fatty tuna roll. He signed me up for that.
So, chat, I got a question, and maybe there's enough people watching with the 900 to 1,000 people watching or whatever's in the chat. Maybe you three watching can help me. My kids are really, really into game shows. Like they really enjoy game shows. The ones either they need to have strategy, elimination, and generally money involved. They find that really fun, and especially when there's an unknown factor. So recently, like they like the floor, they like all the floor is lava type stuff. They like any of that stuff. But what they really like is more recent shows like Get Out of the House or whatever it was called on Hulu. Did you guys watch that at all? Anyway, there was The Trust on Netflix. There's The Mole on Netflix. Anything where like there's The Mole is basically weekly, like each episode is like an escape room. It's basically like you have to figure out puzzles and then someone gets eliminated. They love this kind of stuff. As one is running around over there. Are there any that any others y'all know in the chat that are kind of like that? It's $1 Million Secret. They watch that. Yep. I said The Trust, and I think I actually meant $1 Million. No, they watch both. That's right. They watch The Trust and they watch $1 Million Secret.
Yeah, if they like The Floor is Lava, they'd probably like Wipeout. Scampers and Aaron both in the chat.
Ian, they did try Wipeout, but every episode is so the same.
Very similar, yeah.
What's up?
Well, I'm just watching.
Okay, you're just watching. Yep, they watched The Trust, but we're on. Then because when you watch enough of these, here's something like it, and The Mole came up, and we watched season 1. We're midway through season 2, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as soon as that's over, I don't even know where we're gonna go. MXC. All right,
Most Extreme Challenge. It wasn't that kind of like Wipeout. That was like an older. Like I remember watching that in college. All this managed to do is get Nickelodeon Guts stuck in my head because Dame and Scampers both said Guts, and I'm going da-na, da-na-na-na, Guts. Do you have it?
MXC Traders on Peacock.
Da-na-na-na,
yeah, we watched $1 Million Secret. We did watch that. We really like that. It's fun because like all three of us will get on the Big Joe, the giant 6-foot beanbag, and watch. Traders on Peacock. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of other things like the ones you're mentioning. We have seen Squid Zone. I agree. It was weird how they would bleep out F words and then let S words go completely uncensored. But I mean, it is what it is.
Wait, what's that?
What?
Squid Zone?
Squid Game. Squid Game. The Squid Game colon the challenge is what it was called.
I think you're mixing up the house one and the Squid Games one.
Oh yeah, the house one did
The
that.
house
The house one
They
had
bleep
weird.
out everything but
Like
the
Jordan
house
with
one.
Wheel of
Yeah.
Fortune.
Yeah, the house. The get out of the house. Is that what it was called? Get out of the house on Hulu. Yeah. No. Okay. I wrote down MXC and I wrote down Traders. We'll see how those go. We're a little worried. I know there's this new Battle Camp one coming on Netflix today, but I mean, they have squibs go off. Yeah, but not even in every episode. But yes, I know squid. No, I'm talking about squibs as in the fake exploding
Right.
thing.
Bullets.
And,
Yeah. Blood bullets. Yeah.
yeah. The Squid Game, the challenge has that. Yep, we watched Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, I think, is the one that started it, right?
No, it was like way before that.
Oh, okay. I thought Mr. Beast started it, but yeah, we watched Mr. Beast too. But they've really gotten into those. There's a bunch of money on the line, eliminations every week, but strategy and mind games and stuff like that. They love that stuff. So, okay, all right. I got at least 2 recommendations. Appreciate that, chat. We'll look. Once again, much like Wipeout, every episode very similar, and they watched some and didn't stick to it because
It's not that's not really that leaves out the mental stimulation part.
The week to week elimination were crescendoing to something. They want that. But yeah. How many people in the chat are gonna stay up the extra hour and 15 minutes for the Nintendo pre-sale?
Gonna do my best.
I'm gonna try. Speaking of MTV Real World Challenge, etc., Mike the Miz might play in SFB this year. He's not sure yet.
Cool.
Yep. But that'll be pretty cool. I agree with this. At times it was a little brutal. Yeah. Where was I going to go with that? I was going to go somewhere else with that, but I don't remember where. I don't remember where. Doesn't matter. Wrestling was awesome this last weekend. Speaking of the Miz. WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2, Raw on Monday was just awesome.
Raw was better than one.
It probably was. Well, the triple threat at the end of Night 1 was awesome.
I'm rewatching the part where I thought Paul Heyman speared the heck out of Roman Reigns.
I was trying to watch Monday's Trivia Night Live, and everyone in the chat's just talking about Raw the whole time.
It was so good. It was a really good Raw.
I got crushed on Trivia Night.
I was only able to watch for like maybe 20 minutes, and I got most of the questions wrong.
I got crushed.
Russ, where are you going to SFB Lives?
Just New York and Philly.
Just New York and Philly? Not Russ's basement middle in between?
I haven't gotten the invitation for it yet.
The ticket's in the mail.
Maybe you'll get invited.
It's a treasure hunt. We've set it up. You have to find it.
James Roday plays in SFB. In fact, I was texting with him the other day. He's likely coming to New York.
New York?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he schedule. I was just email. It's really funny because I just got an email from Tom Everett Scott, and he's filming in Vancouver right now, and he wants to know dates on Vegas and LA for where he's going to travel to, and I'm like, there's one in Vancouver too. But I'm going to reply to him in a little bit. But yeah, James Rodriguez he was talking about coming to New York. We'll see what he comes to. We'll see if he does. It all depends on schedule. Schedules are crazy for, actors. especially this far out. You know, they film stuff and direct stuff, and then they're to another thing. You know, so
Yep.
Telling you, Russ, July 11th to the 13th, Friday to Monday. I've got an extra bed. You should come to Orlando.
Ooh. I am doing Vegas. Oh, you're talking to Scampers. Consider switching live.
I mean, I have a weekend that's now opened up that is the weekend of Vegas, right?
Worried about also drafting live for the college draft? Do you want to draft for the college draft, Scampers, or not? Because we are doing a live. We have the owner suite in Vegas the entire day, so that's why we decided to try a live draft for the college draft there. So if you're there, we can work it out. Ooh.
What's that?
It's a goat shirt. The goat fish.
I actually really like that logo. I do. I really like that. It's not a goat meter, but I really like that logo. It looks more like a pronghorn than a goat to me, though. But
I did it quickly. I have one that Zach has seen. Zach sent me an idea for it. And I started to piece it together, and it's just not quite right. So I'm not ready to release it. Because a goat shirt has to be right.
yeah, it really does.
You can't just throw a fish on a wave during a meeting and say, let's put it on the site.
Russ, here, hold on
Yes.
just a second. What's crazy to me, Russ, is sometimes Bob takes like half a day, a full day, couple days on these amazing graphics where I take 10 minutes and make
Right?
an amazing graphic. Like it's just
Look,
sometimes
there's
I
a
just don't
reason
think he's
you're
a very hard worker.
there's a reason you're the head designer and he's just a designer. Like,
Yeah, I just don't get it. It's like the whole, Jim and Michael Scott thing. It's just like, I mean, I will put something together in a few minutes and it will take Bob hours.
hours.
Anyway, that's a really nice graphic right now. I hope people in the chat got the reference. Bosch would have gotten the reference. Michael Scott says something like, I don't know, sometimes I'll give Jim a project that would take me hours and he'll get it done in 20 minutes. It just doesn't feel like he's a good worker. No, it's the opposite. Yep. Anyway.
George Pickens has unfollowed the Steelers on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, it's all happening.
It's all happening. He's moving to the Patriots.
Oh, I hope not.
There was lots of rumors of people calling for draft day trades.
Yeah, there's like 12 teams moving up for Ashton Genty now. It's incredible.
Good. I hope somebody moves up to 4.
Oh man.
See, it's really funny because I was flying through TikTok earlier before, coming down here. And there were 2 different people, Mina Kimes and someone else. I can't remember anymore. Both of them were just like, when they were doing their top 10-ish mock, and they were both like, the Patriots want to trade back here, but I don't think anyone's going to want to do that.
I mean, if they're at 4 or beyond, it'll be an offensive lineman. And so why take, I get, from what I understand, there are like 3 that are pretty decent. So like, I don't know. It makes sense to trade back if they can, but
don't worry, Reebok Joe. Eventually they'll sign Aaron Rodgers and they still won't have a quarterback. So
yeah.
Unless Shador makes it to 21.
Then they won't have a quarterback. I didn't say that.
What was the story on him? He got uninvited or not invited to the draft because they're worried about a slide?
I did not hear that.
I don't know. He was invited, I thought.
Yeah, I heard something like that on like this morning, that he either maybe he's not going because of the worry of a slide, or he got uninvited due to the worry of a slide, and ESPN didn't want him in the room, like, or NFL, like, for bad, publicity, whatever. What? Maybe the chat knows the story.
I don't know, but
I don't know.
he seems like,
I saw that this morning, and I was like, "What? That's crazy to me."
He seems like in his camp, and by his camp I mean Dion, seemed like they wouldn't want the optics of him sitting there, sliding.
So that does make sense that it might have been like, I didn't hear the full. I didn't know the full thing. So
that one I'd heard, Zach. The Dart isn't going.
If I was a top quarterback, I wouldn't go. I would want to be with family, but that's just me. And that's 45-year-old me after a heart attack. So, like, I don't know if I feel that way at 21.
21-year-old, been giving your entire life for this moment.
Yeah.
Scott Fish would want to be there.
Quarterback, Miami Dolphins select.
That's right, the Dolphins. Oh, the chat may not remember this, but I was draftable in SFB one year as a Dolphins quarterback. I
didn't remember the Dolphins, but I did remember that you did that.
That was so much fun, because that, like, there was a year that had like all of the random like TV and movie athletes.
Yep. You could draft. You could draft Johnny Utah from Point Break. And, of Matt Saracen from Friday Night Lights and all that stuff. That was fun. One year we had a bunch of Tecmo Bowl characters too. I remember that. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Did Bob leave? Did he just leave? He didn't care.
He did just leave. Well, he got a call, so something must have been.
It might be. Yeah, probably
a sugar level.
Blood sugar.
Oh yeah, could have been.
And so she needs the Saints to take Dart. I actually don't like this. I don't think this is a good quarterback class, and I know people are on Ward a little bit. He's fine. I think Ward, Dart, and Milroe for fantasy are pretty close. I think I would prefer Milroe because of the legs, if he gets a landing spot, like if he plays. But in terms of NFL, like, Dart's fine. Like, I don't hate that.
Yeah, when I'm an NFL GM and I'm looking at a quarterback in the first round, my first thought is he fine?
But that's what they do, Scott. You've been around enough to know that, like, NFL, like, it's almost like that after that first wave in a Superflex draft, when those quarterbacks go, and then everyone else is like, oh no, I need to take, Kirk Cousins, or I need to take, whatever that quarterback is. A couple of years ago, I need to take Kenny Pickett. And the NFL does that, but it's like ratcheted up because their payroll is like $200 million. And so they're like, we need to take this quarterback. We need to go get Zach Wilson, or we need to,
I'm firmly in the camp. If you don't have a franchise quarterback, you got to be taking shots every year. And even if you have one, you should be taking late shots just in case.
I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree.
Hey, Bubba.
Hey. Yeah, Emmy started a new trial today. Where they're trying to run the Omnipod at a lower number. So her number is not only lower, like, throughout the day, but
when she
runs really close to the line during the night. So, it's the first day of it, so the AI has not figured out her blood yet, so I had to run up and give her some juice.
Let's say it's
But-
like 11 o'clock. He's squirting juice in her mouth while she's sleeping.
It's every kid's dream, right? Hey, I've woken her up and had her have a milkshake before because milk has a little fat protein in it that helps hold the blood steady for a while.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But Amanda, my wife, and her are both doing a trial together to try to do this. And Amanda got selected for the control group, and Emmy got selected for the participant.
Ugh,
So
reverse that.
it's more on me. It's more on me
Yeah.
instead of just instead of my wife. I can let her run though.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking about cars here.
Just change the oil every now and then. You'll be good.
That's what I said to Emmy the other day. She had to change her sensor and her pump, and a full oil change.
Yeah. You wait till she gets that bill though, Bob. It's like
Sure.
140 bucks an hour because you're a plumber and a mechanic.
I can go higher. It's definitely you'd see the medical bills.
Oh,
It's like that scene from The Mask when he at the very beginning where
Oh, I don't think Scott can let himself in.
he's just sitting back there.
Scott can let himself in. He chose not to be here.
No, I think he. Oh, I thought he couldn't. I thought he couldn't because it seemed like he was on a different. Computer.
He brings his car to get fixed, and they give him the bill, and he's like, "There's no price," and they just go, "There will be."
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
You can't afford it.
Man, that's like the only time I've ever been at a restaurant where they didn't have prices on the menu. I was dating a girl whose dad was a dean of freshmen at Harvard, and her mom took us out to dinner. And we go to this restaurant. They put the menu in front, and I'm looking, and I'm like, there are no prices
On anything.
on anything. It's just a blank. This is what the food is. And I'm like, I'm way out of my element here. I need to put another tie on. I don't know.
Like I've seen like there's like usually like lobster or certain steaks are like market
it'll
price.
say like market price. Yeah, no, this was like no, like it just didn't have prices. Like you didn't ask. They just like
There will be.
sent you the bill. Yeah, I was like, I'm glad your mom's paying.
Whew. Was it good though?
It was good. It was really good. I had they call it butterfish, which is amazing, but gastrointestinally not amazing.
Gotcha.
So it was delicious.
That's all that matters
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah. But I like the question from Aram where he says, well, actually, I guess it's not a question, but I'm going to turn it into a question where he says Milroe, if he hits, is what Anthony Richardson is supposed to be. I think Milroe's a better passer than Richardson.
Doesn't take much.
No, it doesn't. But everyone wanted Richardson to like come in and grow into a passer in the NFL. The NFL is pretty hard. Like the level of athlete that is in the NFL is about as high as it gets for football. And like I know Milroe's not tremendous. Like he's you're never gonna mistake him for like Joe Burrow or Peyton Manning or somebody like that. But like he is a whatever 65%, 63% completion and has the athleticism to take off, make plays, get that chunk yardage. And like to me, he is the kind of quarterback that I want to take shots on in fantasy, which also means that if the NFL was smart, they would take shots on that type of quarterback because the quarterback with like tremendous mobility and enough of an arm to be like keep the defense honest is what really work. I mean, that's the Hurts, that's the Lamar Jackson, that's the Josh Allen. They grew into better throwers, But like when they started out, they were decent throwers with tremendous mobility, and then grew it. Now I don't think Milrow is quite at that level. I think he's like a little bit of a step down from Hurts, but man, I like that archetype of quarterback. Sorry, that was way too much football for Wednesday night.
Hey, that's what they wanted to talk about. I do not have an eliminator. The closest I have is the Dynasty Wall Street, where if they run it the same way they did last year, the three of us each had our own team. So I guess I think I came in like second place on that one too. I came close to winning the Dynasty Wall Street eliminator.
I missed the Dynasty Wall Street Open that I did. That was Welcome to the Jungle. Do you know where you are? Dynasty Wall Street, baby.
I don't remember. How do I not remember that?
I don't know. That was an old one.
Yeah, because when we came back, I just found a random guitar riff on free music archive.
For a while, I had the Wall Street Open, the Game Night Open, the Dummies, the show that you and Kevin did, the Split Takes. It's Split Take show.
So good.
It was weird, and like Peter Howard's for a while. Like it was just weird to like hear me doing all the opens.
Sometimes I grind my Excel sheets. It's still like one of the greatest things ever uttered in a song.
What are we talking about, guys?
Sometimes you walk into a room and everyone's wearing something you made.
Yeah,
Or you walk in like somebody else on the screen and everyone's got to hit your name on their shirt.
It is a fun, interesting world we live in. It's enjoyable.
Have you won any?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I have one.
I don't recall. I do remember I didn't do any last year, but the year before I did 3 of them, and I made the final 3 in all of them and the final 2 in 2 of them, I think. Something like that. Something ridiculous. And it's pure luck. It was pure luck.
It's pure luck. It's always pure luck. But I join usually at least 4 or 5 every year, and I think I win one usually every year at least. And again, not making it sound like I know what I'm doing at all. It's pure luck that I ever actually win any of that stuff. But it's just law of averages. You're going to win if you just keep trying. Sooner or later, you're just going to get lucky.
Yep. Hey guys, so don't tell Russ, Bob, or Zach, but if you go to fantasycares.org/shh with 3 H's, you can donate and be in the end of the summer giveaway right now. I opened it up. They don't even know I opened it up, but I opened it up. It's available now. It's going to be an awesome giveaway show. Just don't tell anyone. I'm going to take this off the screen so they don't see it when I pull them back on stage. Zach, you were starting to say something and like the internet went out. So what were you going to say?
I was going to say that the Dynasty Dummies won the first 3 eliminators that we had.
Nice.
And I don't know who was responsible for the team because that was back when it was me and Kyle, and Kyle didn't have access to the MFL site. So, but we did. We got 3 in a row.
So,
which is fitting. We're the dummies. No idea what we're doing.
I like when that happens. I like when the celebrity or the the namesake of the league wins it or whatever. I don't know. There's something fun about it because it usually doesn't happen. It usually does not happen. That's actually pretty rare. It reminds me of the falafel days with Salito. Like right as he was coming up, he had the falafel leagues in the Fantasy Life app. And like me and Mike Wright and Matt Harmon and Liz Loza were some of the first ones to like be like, yeah, I'll come on your podcast, etc. And Harmon didn't do a league, but me and Liz Loza and Mike Wright all did falafel leagues. And out of the 3 leagues, Liz won hers, I won mine. Mike Wright did win his, but I thought I've always thought that was kind of awesome that we had a fun time playing in those leagues with those people, and And it always struck me as odd that 2 of the 3 actually won their league. Like that just usually that doesn't happen. You
I
know?
feel like those should get blown up and used as like the backboard at the Arizona the live.
Yeah, what's the date on that one?
I think it's the 12th or 13th. I think it's the 12th. The Arizona Live is a fun one. The Phoenix Live. It's going to be held at Title IX, which is a women's sports bar in Phoenix.
It's awesome.
It's going to be a pretty small one, a 2 or 3 draft one, but that should be a really cool one, really fun one. It's yeah. We have a women's sports bar run by a woman that my wife and I went to college with. We actually worked with her at the video store as well. Very, very cool. It's called a bar of their own. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good name too.
I would love to, like, when I was in Vegas, Bob and I were in Vegas for FSG, and we're telling a women's sports fantasy contest operator. We're like, man, because he was talking about getting into live events. I was telling him, man, we should have one there. We'll see if that happens, but it's pretty cool. I want to go to that. I want to go there sometime. I still haven't. It's been open for like 2 years, and I still haven't been.
But back to the eliminators, because I used to host the Trade Addicts podcast, so I would be the celebrity in that. Well, Rocky and I would split it. While I've never won any of those, I have been the first person eliminated from it. 2 years ago, I lost week 1. Last year, I lost week 2.
Oh,
so if
you're building on
this pattern.
So, like SFB 37, you've got this.
I got it.
Please. By the way, hold on. Frank, Aram, Steve, and Adam. Wow, you guys are quick. Already 4 people in that giveaway show. That's, you know what? Maybe we should just do the giveaway show after this, and we'll give away everything tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Not gonna do that. But you guys are fast. Holy crap.
What is it with, like, do I need to plug in my internet? Like, Wi-Fi just doesn't want to do
I think it's on my end because we've had road construction here outside my house for the last couple of days, and it's just like
you're bringing us all down.
Yeah, something's going crazy.
I don't even notice because the main internet's just like that.
No,
it's on.
Zach's still responding to questions from 2020.
Yeah.
Zach's main is like Pawnee and Parks and Rec, where everyone's still using Alta Vista.
I did use Alta Vista and Web Crawler and like all those back in the day.
You laugh. We just updated from Windows 95 at work. And this is like a $1 billion.
Windows ME when you get there, man.
Huh?
You're gonna hate Windows ME when you get there.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Is that Windows main?
Yeah, they're just open.
Because it's ME. I get it. Because it's ME.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. That's funny.
I got a question for the chat.
I'm really excited for SFB Vegas this year. I'm really excited. I think Scott Frankel thinks we can get 5 drafts there. I think we can get 7 or 8. It should be a destination. I feel like people should travel to that one because it's going to be a really, really good one.
Yeah.
Oh man, I watched an interview with Greg Daniels, I think it was, or Mike Sure. I can't remember who it was.
Arguably one of my favorite improvs.
Where they said it was they hate that line more than anything in the world because it was the funniest thing ever said on their show and they didn't write it.
Yep, it was a Chris Pratt improv.
Yep. And it's brilliant. I actually just watched that episode 2 days ago because I'm doing a Parks and Rec rewatch now.
It's so good. Are you staying at Circa? If anyone in the chat is going to Vegas, are you staying at Circa? Because we're discussing potentially something for people staying at Circa. Maybe extra raffle tickets or something. We want people to stay there and hang out at Circa more. So
Yeah, Aram says yes.
nice. He buys a lot of. If I remember correctly, he buys a lot of raffle tickets.
Yeah, they're not close. They're like 30, 40 minutes from me. So I'm not feeling any effects. There's no like smoke in the air or anything. But I had to go to the minor league game today. I couldn't take the Parkway because they closed down a stretch of the Parkway because they don't want people going close to the wildfires. So I had to take a different route. So close, yes, but like not like close.
It's main close, but not close.
Yes, main close. Yeah.
I love this. Everyone in the chat, all three of them are staying at Circa, except for Joe, who's gonna stay in his own bed apparently.
He may bring his bed to Circa. You don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
Just set up in the lobby.
Scott
said it was fine.
Circa. Maybe it's just because I'm a little more introverted, but like the strip is fine. But it's just not like I like staying at Circa. I like that like one nice bar on the main floor or whatever, just hang out there in a lounge chair, having some drinks, talking to everybody. That's more my vibe. So
This doesn't have to do with Vegas, but I am crushed that Samantha's downtown
I know
closed.
That's so sad. That's
I
so
might just not eat breakfast.
Yeah. Well, no, we got breakfast sandwiches, so we're okay.
Yeah.
But like, it's still.
I don't
But
know.
Samantha's downtown was my favorite spot. Like, God.
Yep.
That was the very first year that I went out was the year that we had to convince Trish to let Russ come. And so like we went out together and we were at breakfast every morning. And it was like for the first day it was like Hutch and his dad.
Yep.
And like the second day there were like 6 people. And the third day word had kind of got out and it was like half full. And then you go back the next year and it's just like everybody.
Yep. You would think that the amount of business they do in those 3 days would like keep them open for the year, but
maybe that's just what it was. Like those days were too overwhelming for them. They're like, we just can't do it anymore.
Well, and they
retired,
website
actually.
the website
it's like
said,
Keith. It's Keith at the DoubleTree.
Just Keith. He works 4 days a year. That's it.
He had a rough time.
There's no food in the bar. But Samantha said that they were having trouble getting servers because they had 2 stores.
Yeah.
And they were having trouble getting servers for both of them. And so they were bringing everyone to their main and initially had shut down like temporarily. But then I just saw a couple weeks ago that they're like, it's not temporary anymore. So
I feel like that's always the case with restaurants. It's temporary only until the official announcement.
Yeah.
Never temporary.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a temporary and then it's like, oh, we're back.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It is what it is. Oh boy. Getting excited for something I can't tell you guys about. Just watching.
I got 4 windows open.
What are you doing in those windows?
I'm just letting in some air.
I was about to say, Scott's about to open a window.
Yeah.
I am. It's probably like 50, 40, 45, 50 here. It's really nice here.
It was
My
60,
computer says 60.
67 here today. I like
56 here.
I had
good.
I had windows open, but like it wasn't me because I was just hanging out on the couch. But there were windows open in my house. It was 67. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, brain burst. I did deactivate.
Yeah, I responded to him in the chat. I was like,
like months ago. I appreciate you noticing, but it was months ago. Yeah.
So
I have one question for the chat.
We're trying, Frank. We're trying.
Do we?
I think this
think
is the
that-
plan. Honestly, I legitimately think this is the plan.
All right. Wait, Bob has a question for the chat.
Regarding shirts, actually, would they prefer that some get released and then as some other ones come along, we have a second release, or just one big grand release?
I think they would. I don't know what's better as a business marketing sense, but I'm gonna guess that people would like all of the options so they can decide exactly the ones they want.
Merch waves, exactly. Chat.
Oh, maybe not.
Frank's got it.
Maybe I'm dead wrong.
Well,
Maybe I'm dead wrong. Holy crap. Apparently-
do you get rid? Like, do you keep the old ones up as you're doing waves, or you're getting
Yes,
rid?
yeah.
So as long as you keep the, I think waves are good because you get that kind of.
Well,
build up.
I mean, unless you're not being
Waves
picked,
are better.
you don't pick a division,
for
then
business
you
sense.
lose your invite.
Well, but you sent like you. There's more incentive for me to go back and check as somebody like looking for shirts. There's more incentive for me to go back and check if I know that there's a chance for there to be new shirts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not that I would ever buy shirts because that's not like shirts aren't really my thing. I didn't get any last year. I probably won't get any this year. But if I were an absolute shirt junkie and we're gonna buy like
Doesn't seem accurate.
25 shirts a year, something like that, like
Wait, he was, I think the top top 5 with
I
the
know
50% discount.
yeah.
I'm in trouble because right now I have 2 drawers dedicated to my t-shirts. And if all of my laundry is done and folded, I don't have enough room for all of them.
Oh, just throw out your pants. That's what I do.
Now, when you
I'm
say
like,
t-shirts, are you just referring to fishbowl shirts, or?
No.
Oh, I literally have 2 of fishbowl shirts.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think I'm gonna have to go into 3 drawers of t-shirts.
Yeah. No.
I think-
Well, you got
Or do less laundry.
no. You just do dedicated SFB drawers, and then you get the third drawer could be just.
Well, no,
whatever
see, because
t-shirts.
the way I do t-shirts is I literally just take the first t-shirt on top of the pile, and that's what I wear because I don't want to make a decision. I don't want to have to choose a t-shirt to wear. So I literally take from the front and load from the back. Like that's
So
how
you
I
have a system.
like a conveyor belt of t-shirts.
Oh. Yeah, I have to put them in a different drawer because I just reach in and grab one.
No,
And if I had SFB ones in with every other t-shirt, I'd be.
See,
I
I've got
don't know
like
what I'm grabbing.
This is impressive. I only put clothes on for this show. So
Yeah, like literally.
Scamper saying he needs some new shorts and shoes. To be honest, if we can get some good SFB stuff going.
Oh, I don't have that.
the SFB Jordan line.
Those shoes that time.
I don't know where they are. I don't even know what folder I put those in. What month?
You know
was
what, Bob? I got a buddy who airbrushes shoes. It may not, we may not be able to get him for this
I
year.
have
Boston,
one too.
but I bet he would do. Like I bet he would do that.
What are the odds we can get a Barbie SFB logo on my pink shoes?
Oh, nice.
Can we get a Barbie SFB logo on my pink shoes?
that? We could.
I'm sure we could.
I got it right here for you.
I've told you the drama with these shoes, right? I wore
Yeah,
them
they
for
don't
the
really
first time the other day. I'll break them in.
Oh, they're too tight.
Yeah. So I wear 13s.
Yeah.
And they're 12s, but we got them at the outlet mall. So there's only like limited choices. Like they're not going to have every size.
Yeah.
But
You have to pull a DeAndre Hopkins with his
yeah.
glove. Just
And
cut some
once
slices.
I
near
put
toes.
the insole in, and I got a Ken Blue insole to go with my Barbie shoes.
That makes them even tighter.
Yeah, makes them even tighter. So I'm a 13 shoe size wearing a size 12 shoe with an insole. So
you're
they're
not fitting.
tight. But I'll work them in. It's worth it. It's worth it for the look. Yeah. Whiskey is good.
Dame says Fantasy Cares Vans.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. I don't know where to put it.
I remember you had it. Yeah, you sent us a picture of those.
Yeah, my buddy who does the airbrushing, we played in a men's league. This was way back when I could actually play basketball, and I was in my 20s, and he airbrushed our team onto his shoes. So like he like made cartoon characters of all of us.
So cool.
And then airbrushed it onto his shoes, and I was like, you better drop 30 every day. You're gonna wear those though. So somewhere I've got the picture of it that he did, but that would be like a fun like live like an auction item or something. It'd be fun.
I do need a new pair of shoes anyway, so
yeah, I'll talk to him. He answers to the name Flash.
I know that guy. You've told me stories about Flash.
Yep.
Oh man, time is not moving fast enough.
Definitely, yeah.
What are you talking about, man? It's already 10:25.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you, Scott.
You're an hour ahead.
10:25, I'd be going to bed.
Yep, Scampers Flash.
What's crazy is I didn't even know if I was going to come on this show, and I didn't have any Wednesday topics to talk about this week at all. And here I am, an hour and a half into the show.
Well, that's Bob. Bob said you weren't coming. I was like, Russ isn't coming. Scott's not coming. Bob, you're going to have to talk for the whole show.
I've been talking the whole show.
I know. You've been fantastic.
Thank you.
Somewhere I have a Scott Fishbowl Flash like parody.
Yes.
Fish.
I definitely have that. I definitely have that.
That's pretty good. That's really good. That's pretty good.
I'm really disappointed that I can't find those.
The shoes.
Yeah.
You texted
Russ said the shoes are backwards. The bowl was backwards. I go,
yeah.
only for you, Russ. Because I want to look down on them.
I know, like you want to look down and see them, but that's not the point. The point is they're supposed to face forward.
It's not in April. Screenshots. So let's we gotta go to March.
Oh, we can spend the next half an hour talking about duffel bags if you want to.
Oh yeah, that's on one of my post-its too.
Asked Scott about duffel bags. Block out a day.
We need it. Well, yeah, we should probably meet to figure out because I have no idea which ones are good from the place.
I mean, yeah, you're talking to a duffel bag aficionado here, so.
I mean, I know that the North Face and the Nikes are really nice, but they're also that price is really high. And if we're trying to produce them.
Yep.
Where the hell did you send us this?
I feel like it was in the main FC4.
But I
must have sent it to Zach though. I don't.
Right. Exactly.
Have we given away anything on the show yet, Russ?
No, we need to give something away because we're keeping them around while we're having a semi-board meeting.
If someone is still watching, they deserve something almost.
We
Like,
should
if
definitely
they-
give something away.
Yeah, definitely should give something away.
What do you want to give away?
Yeah, whatever you want to give away. Pick
I
something off
have
the shelf
mini
behind me.
downstairs, or we could send them something.
I got Funkos. Like we could do pins, stickers. I'm too busy scrolling because I want to find these shoes.
The shoes.
I know, right? Now it's like a
It's a matter of pride.
adventure. Yeah. Oh, I did share with you guys.
I should put that up.
That'd be a
as
good
awesome.
giveaway.
Scott makes your avatar on the Avi Maker site or page. I should Scott makes your avatar. Limit 1. I feel like I don't have a whole lot of those in me, but I don't even think I could make an avatar. That's too small. I need to make a full banner.
Scott doesn't work that small. Works big.
I need something like, full banner width so I can put a bunch of clip art in it. And we're not talking like 2025 clip art. We're talking like 1997 clip art.
Oh, I still do it was Mac Paint. And when you cleared the screen and it counts down and then like deletes everything, when I count down, I still do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Nice.
It's still in my head from Mac Paint.
Nice. I don't think this is true. I don't think anyone wants an actual avatar. Like, it's a fun joke, but I don't think anyone actually wants an avatar that I make.
Did you ever see the Abby that I made for Riley by Master? That was when Bob was like, "Oh, you could be in the Abby Makers." I was like, "Well, here's my submission. I've made an avatar for Scott Fishbowl, and it's just like stick figure." And he used it was like SFB 8, I think. Might have been 7.
Could do a horse race.
Oh, horse race.
I made my father-in-law a shirt. He used to say, we're off to a flying start today, or we're off to a flying start now, a bunch. So I made him a t-shirt of a stick figure wearing a flag or a cape and said, we're off to a flying start. And I gave it to him one year about 20 plus years ago. And he still wears it to this day. He loves that shirt. And I'm like, so maybe really, really poorly, amazingly made graphics like that or something that people are interested in, potentially.
All right, I'm scrolling the FC4 and I'm in the middle of March and I don't see these shoes.
I don't see shoes, but I have the goat meter.
That is proprietary, and I would like you to delete that. I'm in the works to trademark my goat meter, so
I can't believe it that it's disappeared.
Phew. It was all.
I remember my exact reaction was the fishbowls are facing the wrong direction, but I totally rock those. Like, I remember seeing them and I remember replying to them.
Yep.
Bob, Russ, you guys have a problem. My messages with you, there's a lot of food in here.
Yes, there is.
weird.
I still haven't had dinner.
Oh,
I'm gonna eat something.
you want me to
I
run get
did-
you a blizzard?
I did have a Pop-Tart at 8 a.m.
My last messages in the chat with you guys are about bidets. So
Bob's bidet service.
It's a crappy business, but somebody's gonna do it.
it's a jeez. Well, I suppose we are starting to tail off here. We could probably call it a night.
Yeah.
Are you trying to actually make it to 11 or midnight your time? Because
No.
If we make it to midnight, we might as well run it. It'll be pre-draft content at that point. We can just roll right into the draft.
Yeah,
show.
we could be the first pre-draft show.
I'll,
We can just stay live till bingo.
I'm not gonna lie. I remember when the Bull Rush Shotcast was one of the only like live streaming draft night shows.
So we used to do the Dynasty Dummies used to do night 2 because we wanted to watch the Shotcast on night 1.
And now everybody does it.
Yeah.
Now like everybody has their show.
Yeah.
But that's I remember that. I do remember that. Yeah.
Well, you guys are trendsetters. What can we say?
Oh,
You guys just did it so good that everyone's like, we want to try and be like that.
the Bull Rush.
Well, not exactly like that.
I got an email from Ty today, whose voice is still incredible. But I got an email from Ty today. He doesn't play in fantasy anymore. He wanted to let me know that because I still invite him to SFB every year.
Yep.
You know, and this is the first year he's like, I just don't play anymore. I'm focusing on writing children's books and my music. He's always been a creative guy and whatnot.
Yep.
So it's good to hear
Stone
from
Ashes.
Yep, Oak Stone Ashes. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. But should we turn the Fantasy Cares draft stream into the Shotcast? that doesn't feel appropriate, though.
Not exactly charity material.
Yeah, let me take a sip of my whiskey as I say that. Honestly, since I generally drink straight whiskey, I mean, it's almost Shotcasty. But
Yeah.
We can call it a night. I think.
None of the three of us hold a candle to Frank, though.
Oh,
Shane was the worst. Shane doing all 3 days, every single pick, and he knew every.
He
player.
knows. Oh, he's so good.
That was so good, so good.
The first time I met him in Canton, like in person for the first time, and like he's like wants to talk rookies with me, and I'm like, that's great, but you need to talk offense, and we need to talk like the first like 4 rounds, because after that, like I'm out.
No, wrong, Frank, not you, Frank.
And I bet he was super cool about it.
Oh, he was awesome. He's
He's
awesome.
been one of the nicest people in the world. Yeah.
I love Shane. I love Shane so much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are going to call it a night. I'm going to take some time. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to go upstairs to my computer.
Have another banana
upstairs.
pudding.
Sounds good. See you, Russ. So, hey, you guys.
I think Russ, you weren't even supposed to be here tonight.
But I am only awake at this point because of you all, and
You're
hoping
welcome.
that means.
But aren't you staying up for the pre-sale?
I was about to say, I'm hoping that means I can stay awake for another 23 minutes to have multiple tabs open on multiple internets to make sure I get at least one.
Yep. Same.
At least
If I
one.
don't, I don't. It's not the end of the world. I've waited literal years. So,
NBD.
yep. It is what it is.
Well, on a night that neither Scott nor I were supposed to be here, thank you, Zach and Bob, for being you and being awesome and just being ready to carry the torch that you didn't even need to carry. But you were ready to do it if it came down to it.
We're there, but we only made it about 12 feet, and then we handed it off. It was great.
It's
For those that are here still, keep your eyes on the shop. That's what I'll say.
Well, as usual, thank you everyone for taking some time out of your Wednesday evening. Well, a lot of time out of your Wednesday evening / Wednesday night, depending on where we're talking, to come and hang out with us. We greatly appreciate it, as always. And we'll see you tomorrow and the day after, because it's draft time, and we are streaming live for day 1 and day 2 of the draft. And we'll see you there for it. But until then, night, everybody.
Night.
Night.